welcome to Horror Rewind. This is Kelly Florence.
And I'm Meg Hofdahl.
And today we're talking about everything we've been watching and everything we're looking forward to in the world of horror. It's February. Happy February, everybody.
Woohoo! Do you I don't think you do anything for Valentine's Day, do you?
No, it's my dad's birthday.
Oh, that's right.
You remember?
Yeah.
So it's always, we always have, something for my dad. So, and that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, from of all the holidays, that's a pretty good one to like have as your birthday. Because it's not like a super big one.
Yeah. I don't feel like you're not like missing out on presents or something because of it, like Christmas. That's harder.
Yeah, agree.
But do you have any Valentine's plans?
No, I don't. We don't do anything. I mean, not really. Maybe we get each other a card or something if we're feeling really. But I was just thinking My Bloody Valentine is like the only like Valentine's horror movie, I would think.
Yeah.
Maybe there's more, but
I think we probably mentioned this story on our episode of My Bloody Valentine. And I can't remember what your story is, so I apologize because I know it's traumatic. You had some sort of like traumatic Valentine's Day story, and my story was I showed up in first grade and I was voted Valentine Queen. But what was your trauma?
Perfect. It's perfect because mine was in first grade too, and I wore these gorgeous patent leather shoes. And we ended up having gym, and I sprained my wrist, and I missed the Valentine's Day party.
Oh,
and it was like so tragic because when you're in first grade, that's literally all you care about.
Of course.
And so we had very different first grade Valentine's Days.
Meg.
So I wasn't the Valentine's Day queen like you.
And I probably said this during that episode too, because history repeats itself, and so do I. But it's like the 500 Days of Summer, like the parallel universes playing out next to each other, those expectations and reality. But like, it happened with us.
And now you're just like such a diva every Valentine's Day.
Yeah, I'm like, where's my crown?
And I know this isn't horror related, but I did watch Vanderpump reunion, and it was drama.
There's so much drama, and yes, I know it's not horror related, but it kind of is because they call themselves the Witches of WeHo. Like they were into stuff.
This is true horror. Like these people, due to their face for one thing, but also just
I know. I mean, I'm not. I don't want to shame anybody for plastic surgery because you do you, and feel good about yourself, but at some point people need to know like it's so artificial looking. Like, look, can we just age naturally?
Yeah. And I think that this is like when you need a group of people around you, like to like, because sometimes it seems like a really good idea, but this is why you need those people to be like, I don't know. See, that's why I have you around, Kelly. So when I'm like, oh my gosh, should I get a butt implant?
Yeah, I think they're out now and people are getting them removed. So they're not fashionable anymore.
See, this is the advice that I need.
And I'm glad because I've never had a butt. So now I'm in fashion. Because I'm all about keeping up with fashion.
My guess is you don't become Valentine Day queen without a little bit of booty.
I hope that's not why they voted me in. I think they voted me in because I was the only kid in the class with glasses, and it was like unique at the time.
Oh, okay. I like that.
I went to a movie the other night with friends, and there were 4 of us women sitting at a table, and we all had glasses, and someone pointed it out, and I'm like, we're the glasses queens. Cause like, I don't always encounter people who wear glasses in real life.
Yeah. It's, it's interesting. It's just like, cause I don't really know, that's just, since I don't wear glasses, I don't notice if people really have or don't have glasses, I feel like.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like, I'm so short that if someone's like shorter than me, like an alarm goes off in my head because it's just like I'm not used to it at all. So it's like, whoa, unless they're a child.
No, I think
So it's just funny how we're kind of conditioned to notice things.
so. I brought up to these women, Encanto was had the first Disney princess um, to have glasses.
I hear
2020
that's a good one.
people. It's
Yeah,
very good.
like let's
But
go.
yeah, more characters with glasses. And also, it's glasses are such a good tool to use in horror because, like, if I lost my glasses, I would.
Yeah,
I'm basically out of luck.
it is. I mean, I hate that this is what came up in my mind because I was thinking of not to equate it to like to being disabled, but I was thinking of like the Annabelle where she can't walk and it's
Yeah,
like, it's scary.
yeah,
So and they've used like blindness and
yeah,
but yeah, it's true. If someone knocked your glasses off, you'd be able to see like the amorphous blob that's coming at you.
yeah.
Maybe that's good. You know
Oh,
what? What if you don't have fear because you can't see the scary.
yeah.
It's like a superpower
Yes, and I can stand
because
up
everybody
to.
else can see how scary.
Yes,
And
this
you're
is
like,
good.
guys, relax.
We're
Yeah.
gonna use it. It's just like the
Yeah.
hero just takes off their glasses and they can go forward
Yeah.
because
Yes. I like that. That would go in like a really good, like Stranger Things-esque type of show.
yes,
All right.
I
Let's
like
file
it.
this away.
See, this is what we do, people. We spitball, we brainstorm, we chit chat, we get
And
things
to think
done.
it started with booties and Vanderpump, and here we are.
Yeah. Now, speaking of other true horrors, what
Yeah.
have you been watching lately? You've been catching up on some oldies but goodies.
Yeah, I decided last time we were talking, I was like, I need to get my act together and watch some like sequels. So have you seen any sequels of Hellraiser?
I not only what was on TV, like that I'd catch a minute or two of. And I
Right.
remember we were at Crypticon a few years ago and like Hellraiser 4 was on.
Yes.
But
So okay. So I decided I'm like, okay, I'm just kind of in the mood. I'm gonna put Hellraiser 3 on. So I put it on and I was like, oh, actually this isn't terrible. It's really female driven, it's fun. There's really fun Cenobites in it. The one thing is Pinhead really likes the sound of his own voice. He's like Hannibal Lecter, he's like
intellectual and
yeah, it's like you have the Jasons, you have the Michael Myers who never say anything. You have like the Pennywise who will like say a little bit and kind of like, but this guy, he's just like, he talks a lot. And so sometimes you're just like, okay, his dialogue is a little bit like, okay, like tone it down, Pinhead, like take it down a notch. But good gore. And I like how they ended the third one. And then I'm like, okay, I'm going to start the fourth one. And then the fourth one has Adam Scott in it. So that's really fun. Like baby Adam Scott. And it also has, I went down this rabbit hole. The kid in it is the little boy from The Shining, the Steven Weber Shining.
Cortland.
Yeah. Cortland
Mead?
Mead.
Okay.
Good memory. So I'm like, well, I wonder what he's up to now. Well, first of all, I wanted to double check because I was like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's him, but I'm going to double check. So I did. And I'm like, I wonder like what's going on with him. So I saw that he has been on a soap for like the last like at least 10, maybe 15 years. And I clicked on him and I'm like, oh, he's like cute. Now he's looking cute and he's married and everything. And, this is what happens, people, is he's a Trumper. I like went too far. I went too far looking him up. So I'm sorry, everybody.
Oh, he was like the voice. He was on a voice on a lot of beloved cartoons.
Yeah. So now I say this. I don't want to start throwing terms like Trumper around, but I found a picture of him with
Was
the
he
hat.
on January 6th?
Well, no.
Okay.
Now
we're gonna get sued for libel.
I know. No, all I'll say is I saw him wearing the Make America Great Again hat. Okay. And then I went to his Instagram because I was like, what is this? So then I clicked on his Instagram, which was private, but the like emojis and description on his Instagram were like faith and the American flag and everything. After I saw him wear that hat. So I'm just saying,
Okay.
there was some weird stuff going on, but that's what's going on with him.
Okay.
So maybe, it's like sometimes IMDb, like maybe you don't need to IMDb everybody.
Yeah, I know.
You don't need to know.
It's funny. I mentioned this last week or the week before that Campbell and I are rewatching Golden Girls, and a lot of their celebrity mentions, like they're like, you look like so and so, like like this old actor. I will, if I don't know who it is, I'll look it up so Campbell and I can both see. But if it's somebody I know, like I'll describe it to Campbell. So last night they kept saying that Dorothy looked like this actor. And so we looked it up and she did. But then I read his obituary and it was all about how he retired from acting in the 70s and became like this land mogul in Santa Barbara and like destroyed all these wetlands.
Oh.
And how he was just like a terrible person.
Oh,
I mean, like the obituary was being like really cruel. And I was just like, wow, they're just talking about all these legal battles and all these people who sued him and like how he just like destroyed all this like beloved waterfront for a hotel.
God.
And I was like, okay, that was also, I did not need to do that. Like now I'm only gonna be thinking about that for the rest of this episode. And he wasn't even in it. They just mentioned him.
Oh, funny. Don't get to know your heroes. Like, don't meet your heroes, people. Because the little kid from The Shining might just wear a Make America Great hat.
Yeah. And a guy they mentioned on the Golden Girls destroyed some wetlands.
And I want to reiterate, it was the Steven Weber Shining.
Yes. Courtney
Mead. But anyway, aside from all that, I actually again thought the fourth one was better than I thought it was going to be.
Oh, see, you keep getting pleasantly surprised.
Okay, like that could have been way worse. There was like the plot was kind of interesting. It was like going back in time, like I don't know. I think it was supposed to be 1700s or something. And when it started in space, like I immediately got on my phone because I was like, this is not going to go well. Like I don't know. But then it went back in time and then it went to like present day and stuff like that. And it was good. I mean, for a 1996 fourth sequel, it was pretty stand up. So I don't know if I'm brave enough to go for 5. I might. Let's see. I'm curious now.
Just don't IMDb anybody.
I know, right?
Sorry, I'm getting like I got a FaceTime. It was popping up on my wrist, on my phone, on my computer. I declined all of them, but that's why I'm a little distracted here. I'm getting voicemails left. Like,
oh my God, is this like an emergency? Do you need to talk to somebody? Okay.
No, it'll be fine. But
the other day, because Fox is using my iPad for school because like there's some sort of technical difficulty with his iPad, or I mean his laptop they gave him for some reason. So now he has my iPad and like I just heard him call. I was doing something. He's like, Kelly is trying to FaceTime you and it's distracting me from school. I'm like, okay.
Sorry.
So, you're distracting him from his studies.
Yeah, it's my fault.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we didn't have FaceTime. Do you remember being a kid and people saying like, someday you'll video chat like with people? And I was like, I'm never going to do that, but now I'm doing it right now.
I know. No, I know. Yeah, Luke and I went, I was looking for a table for my, new old looking music player he got me.
Yeah.
And we went into an antique store and Luke like saw the phone he had growing up in there and he just like wanted to get the hell out of there.
Oh,
it made him feel so old.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. It's funny.
It is.
Kids these days.
I know.
We're getting ready to go on this trip and I'm like, okay, make sure you like pack stuff to do, but like literally all they need is like their phone or their iPad.
I know. And also like it used to be when they were much younger,
Yeah.
We would have to pack them like physical things to do because they get
Right.
bored so easily, but now it's just
Yeah.
devices.
Yep. And they like remembered some game they played on one of the planes like a while ago, because it's on the back of the seats now. I'm
Oh,
like, well,
right.
you can't rely on those, so you never know. But yeah. So basically it makes it easier, but
Yeah,
they're just spoiled. They're just spoiled.
I know.
They weren't like us where we like only got to watch horror movies if like, it was on TV.
Yeah. Or if we happen to, go to the video store or the library.
Mm-hmm.
Now everything's at our fingertips.
I know.
What a
Yeah, and
time.
here I am watching Hellraiser Bloodline. I should probably be watching like something a little, but you know what? It made me happy, so I'm not gonna apologize.
No, it's fine. I haven't been to the movie theater since Scream 5. I know it's not called
Yeah.
Scream 5, but and now we were talking a couple weeks ago about excited to see the Black Phone, but it's been pushed back to June.
I know, how rude. And I was like getting all primed and ready and I read it.
Yeah. So tell us about the short story.
Well, it's short. I mean, it's a shorter short story. So I find it really interesting how like, I'm guessing every single short story in that collection has probably had a screenplay treatment. So I'm just curious, like what it was about this one. Not to say it's not good, it is, but it's just interesting to think like, why was it this particular one? And the thing about Joe Hill, and I've talked about this before, but he just has an emotional resonance that like a lot of horror writers don't have. As a lot do, but even like when I saw the movie Horns, which isn't the greatest movie, I cried at the end, and I've cried several times while reading Joe Hill. So again, this is a great story that like got to my emotions. And of course, I mean, and I'm not giving anything away because you can see in the trailer, it's about boys the age that the boys we have now being kidnapped, and so it just automatically like already you're like feeling stuff. So it's very good and I cannot wait. And it was very interesting because like the description of the bad guy could not be more opposite than who they cast, Ethan Hawke. So I thought that was funny.
Okay. Now, the mask, that is on the back of Fangoria last month, that's in the short story, I assume.
Nope.
Described? No? Okay.
No. So
see, that's the other interesting thing is how it goes from page to screen or page to stage. And we explore that in all of our books, but especially our next one, The Science of Witchcraft, just how many iterations characters take and how film just totally changes things.
Yeah. So I'm glad I read it, but I'm very interested to see how the film is different and similar. And this is very egocentric of me, but it reminded me of a short story I wrote called Dial Tone.
Oh.
So it's kind of interesting. I'm like, oh, we had like a similar kind of thought. So nice. That made me happy.
Yeah. Good. Hey, speaking of your short stories and books, Twisted Reveries 3 is out, and you have like people can DM you for a signed copy, right?
Yeah, I still have some here at home, and I'm happy to sign and send out. And yeah, I'm really pleased with it, and it's got good feedback. And I love short story form, and reading The Black Phone just reminded me, I'm like, I need to write more short stories. So if you're a short story fan, definitely let me know.
Awesome. I haven't been watching anything new. Like I said, I haven't even really been watching anything old. So I have nothing new to report.
Are you just like walking like a wraith around your house?
Yeah, pretty much. No,
you're doing work.
I have so many classes and so many students this semester. It's I've been doing a lot of grading and a lot of reading of essays and journals. So which is fine, but it's definitely not like I can't have something on in the background that I really want to watch because I
Yeah.
can't concentrate on both. So
No, I can't do that either. Now you use like movies and TV shows a lot though in your teaching, right?
I
Have
do.
you been doing that already this semester or?
Not yet, but we're starting soon, just with clips, and then the students have to find clips and analyze the communication in them, and then do an entire TV show, an entire movie, and that's I think that's fun because it's something that everybody can access, and then you can see it right there in front of you and learn from it. So I mean,
Cool.
just like I mean, we talk a lot about communication in our books, but I just think it's fascinating to learn about communication through movies, especially horror movies, because we all do it. We all communicate. And what better
Yeah.
way than to look at it in a fictional way?
Yes, I love that. Fox recently had an assignment in English class, and he had to compare the humor in 12th Night to the humor. He chose SpongeBob, so he had to compare the humor and like what makes them funny in separate ways and what makes them funny like in the same way. And I just love that idea of like this Shakespeare lasting forever and comparing it to something like SpongeBob. Yet there are similarities that I mean, because we all end up laughing at sort of the same things,
I love that. That's such a good idea.
Yeah.
And picking apart the text and just thinking about comedy in that way, or any genre, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was just gonna say, speaking of like persevering through time, the beginning of Bloodline, Hellraiser 4, is 2127, and Pinhead shows up. So I was like, this is like 100 years from now and I won't be around, but I kind of like knowing Pinhead's gonna still be fucking up people in 100 years. There's something comforting to that.
Yeah, no, that's nice.
So him and Shakespeare.
Yeah. I was going to say, I haven't watched it yet, but I do want to watch the new Macbeth from the Coen brothers. It's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, it is on HBO Max. Yes. It's black and white. It just looks pretty.
Yeah. And Frances McDormand is a queen. So
yes. But is she a Valentine Queen?
Oh, bring it back. Bring it back. It's always about me, baby.
Is that a Pretzel Day sweatshirt?
Yes, it is.
Love it. Oh, yes. It even has him on it. Stanley.
Thank you to, I can't see the back, but thank you to my sister-in-law, Beth, who got it for me. So
what does it say on the back?
I don't know. Here, can you read it?
Oh, it's this quote about how much he loves Pretzel Day. Very nice. I like it.
We'll put this on TikTok and I'll post some pictures so you can all see. Lovely sweatshirt.
Mm-hmm.
I have to take off. I've told you this a million times. I've got to take off my work clothes immediately when I get home because my work clothes are mainly black and I have a white dog and it's just covered with hair if I sit on any surface. So you'll never see me wearing anything nice after hours.
I know. And I think I've said like when I was little, when I go to school, when I came home, I had to change every day into my play clothes. And so now I have to rebel against this.
Yeah.
And so I constantly wear nice clothes and get dog hair all over them. So someday I'll grow up, but
that's a lot though, that you would have 3 outfit changes a day then, or 4 technically.
Yeah.
You'd have to change out of your pajamas into your school clothes, out into your play clothes, and then back into pajamas.
Yeah.
That's exhausting.
That was my life. My trauma.
I realize this isn't something to complain about, but as a kid, like I know how much my kids hate changing clothes, and you had to do it 3 times a day.
I hated it. I was so angry. So now I have to prove who's boss around here.
I remember when we were pregnant, somebody, because we were pregnant at the same time, somebody said to us like, "Oh, I change my baby's outfits like 3 or 4 times a day because it's just so fun to dress them up." And I'm like, am I going to do that? And I'm like, I don't think so. And I definitely didn't, unless there was like a vomit or a poop situation. I'm not changing clothes for fun.
And then the second one, it was like barely had clothes on. It was like, if we were home, it was like a diaper. Here you go.
Yeah. Like whatever.
Yeah. I suppose now that there's more social media, like people probably take a lot of cute pictures and then maybe get them out of that right away. But Facebook was like just barely around when we had our
barely
first.
It's true. Well, listen, listeners, let us know what you're watching and what you can recommend. I have been recommended by like 4 separate people. Archive 81. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Shudder. And it's interesting because it's similar to a script that we wrote, Meg, the premise.
I thought it sounded similar when I read the description.
Yeah, so that's interesting. And then also that there's a folk horror documentary on Shudder that's been recommended to me, but it's over 3 hours apparently. So you have to like, go in knowing that or split it up in your watch.
Okay. That does sound interesting. Even the cover of it looked kind of cool.
So the person who recommended it to me said that we will especially like it because there's so much literature references and going back to tying in all of like classic literature, horror literature, and then talking about movies and just all through the ages. So it's like, yeah, that sounds exactly up our alley.
Yeah, that does sound really good. I guess I better stop watching all these Hellraiser sequels and I learn something.
And I shouldn't be watching The Golden Girls for the 50th time, but
no,
life is life, and let's get through it.
Yeah, and let's just all be more Blanche-ish.
Oh, yes.
That's what I say. She's just like gives 0 fucks, and she's just like, I don't even care. Yeah. I'm gonna sleep with whoever I want to sleep with.
She has a great time. She's living her best life.
Yeah, let's all be like that.
So wherever you are and whatever you're doing this lovely Thursday, we hope it's going well for you. And happy early Valentine's Day, whatever you're doing on Monday. Have fun.
Yeah, and we know what you're going to be doing, Kelly.
Yeah. Looking for my crown out on the town.
Mm-hmm.
So until next time, wait, what were you going to say?
Nothing. I mean, nothing.
Oh, okay.
I was just picturing you as the Valentine Queen.
Aww.
I can see it. A little first grade Kelly. Did you get a scepter? I feel like you need a scepter.
I don't think I had a scepter. I might have. It might have been like made out of like paper towel rolls, because it was all, I mean, how elementary teachers do. They make things out of whatever and it works.
Yeah. Yeah. Cute. You should dig up a picture. I wonder if there's a picture of this.
I don't know. I mean, maybe. I'm gonna have to look. And if there is, believe me, I will post it.
All right. I interrupted you while you were saying goodbye to everybody.
Okay. Until next time, we'll see you in the horror section.
Bye.